Hey now team, it's Neil Quawa, and I wanted to provide a physical representation of what I have been going through and what unfortunately many black men in our country and in our world, to be exact, have been going through. And so I'm going to use my weight set to kind of bring that point home to you. So I want to get up in the morning and just have my day and have my life. And then I realized, no, but Aaron, you're black. So I'm going to put 45 pounds on my back. Cool. And I'm going to get all the way down. I'm going to come up. And it wasn't hard or anything, but it was 45 extra pounds that maybe I didn't want or need, and that was stressful to a certain extent. I'm going to get a little support here from my wife, and my wife, Dr. Woodyard, is going to put on 45 pounds on each side and make 90 extra pounds. It's going to be 135 pounds. And that extra 45 is because I am consistently reminded that I am a male, a black man in America. And what that means is I'm going to be perceived as a threat. Someone's going to grab their purse when they see me in the elevator, or they're going to call me a super predator in the newspaper. And so I'm going to have to deal with that. So here goes 135 for y'all. And that looked easy. But don't forget, that's 135 pounds when I thought I was going to come out with 0 for today. So Dr. Woodyard is going to put 15 on each side. 15 more pounds because I woke up and I read the news. And I read the news and I saw someone who looks just like me. Someone looks just like my little brother being physically harmed by an authority figure. And I just don't mean just the police. I mean social workers. I mean educators like ourselves. Suspending folks when they don't need to be. All that jazz. So that's fine. Let's go put on 165 and see what that 165 feels like. Let's do it. Boom. And to the untrained eye, that was easy. But you ain't here with me feeling that against my left shoulder and how much it hurts. Dr. Woodyard just won't stop. He's going to add 25 more pounds on each side for a total of 50 more pounds. And what's going to happen is this. I'm going to spend all night doing my research and making sure that the paper that I wrote that I'm going to present is going to be top notch. And then what's going to happen? My feedback is going to be rooted in the fact that I sound so articulate. It's going to be rooted in the surprise because of my identity and where it comes from. It's also going to be rooted in my passion. And yes, I'm passionate. You can hear it in my voice right now. But I'm skilled. I'm one heck of a coach. I'm one heck of an educator. I'm even one heck of a power lifter. But you're not talking about that skill. You're talking about that passion. And a lot of folks like to call that a microaggression. But it ain't micro when it weighs 25 extra pounds. Just because it's smaller than the other one. So I'm going to knock this one out. I'm going to do 215 pounds. And I think I can get it. Let's see what the speed looks like. Boom, you heard the speed. I got back up real fast, real hard. Because I had to, because if I didn't, I might fall. But it wasn't horrible. But remember, I started the day off with nothing on my back. And I had to put up 215. So now, I'm in a position where I want to make sure you understand something. A lot of folks are saying that young black men are faltering because of a lack of support. Take a look at this belt. This belt is a piece of support in the physical sense, but more metaphorically, it's my dad. I have both parents. It's my big uncles who were there for me. It was my uncle that I'm named after that's a college professor and told me how good I was, and if I wasn't going to a UC or a strong private school, then why am I even applying for colleges? I know that sounds iffy, but that's just how he raised me up to be confident in myself. These knee sleeves, that's all the homeboys that was there for me when things got difficult. My friends who taught me how to cry and not feel emasculated. My friends who taught me how to be a quote-unquote real man and not in a toxic way. My black friends who did that. My black teachers who were there for me. Shout out to Dr. Singleton at Dorsey Senior High School. That's what happened for me. These shoes, these Nike Romaleos, and my wife calls my wedges. That's all of my friends. That's my family. That's the people in my community that made sure I knew that I was worth something no matter what color, creed I was. And in fact, because I'm black, because I'm dark, I am special. I'm saying all this to say, player, it's not the supports I need you to keep adding for me. It's not those things. What I need you to do, and what I'm asking you to do, is to act. My charge to you is to help me get this off of my back. I've been doing the lifting. We've been doing the lifting. Need you to do the lifting. And don't come to me and ask me how. You know how. You know how the practices that are racist. You know the practices that are disrespectful. The microaggressions that hit like a megaton bomb. You know what they are. I need you to do something about it. So that I don't wake up every day thinking I'm going to just be free and be me and have 200 something extra pounds on my back. And just to remind you of this is a metaphor, team. It's not that we're actually carrying 10, 15, 20 pounds. It's incalculable. It's incalculable what we as black men carry every day on our backs, on our necks, everywhere we go, as we die on average 7 years faster than the average white man. It's a real thing out there. Before I let you go, I'll be remiss if I didn't say shout out and RIP to my boy Big Nate, to Jason, all the homies that couldn't make it out and faltered because somebody was talking about supports instead of doing with a real problem here. Thank you for your time, and let's see what this action gonna be about.